Yeah, I'm having issues logging in for some reason. It won't let me log into my account. I don't know what the heck is going on, but I'll just do the. But I mean, this is just a severe warning, so I won't have to stay on for a while. Mic check, mic check. Severe thunderstorm warning for Carson, Gray, Roberts County. I'm live. Oh.
Andrew changed his mind. We could do it in 5 minutes, and you'll have as much time as you want.
Okay, so it's wait 5 minutes to go. But I think we're live right now, right? Okay, so I can't see anything. So if anybody's watching, I can't really see myself on a monitor. So what we're looking at right now is a thunderstorm that's popping up that's over Carson and Gray County right now. The storm is capable of producing up to 70-mile-per-hour winds and hail, ping pong ball size, maybe up to even baseball size. And I can circle the hail core with the storm. It's trying to tracking to the south-southwest at this time, more towards this direction, so towards into Carson County, more into Carson County. But we are seeing a little bit of reports that there's some rotation with the storm. The rotation would be just to the northeast of Groom, right in here. Let me clear out everything for right now. The rotation would be right here to the northeast of Groom, and that is also tracking to the south and southwest towards I-40, getting close to Groom, so you definitely need to be on the lookout for that. Not seeing any confirmed reports of anything like that, but we did see one report that just came out a few moments ago of a wall cloud that was reported just to the northeast of Groom. Haven't seen any confirmed reports if it's rapidly rotating or not, but still a good idea with the storm being such a damaging storm, potentially a damaging storm, to go ahead and seek shelter, get indoors, away from windows. Most center room of your home if you can. If you have a storm shelter, good idea just to be in that, as the storm is producing some pretty hefty hail. And looks like we just got a new warning. So this one still goes into effect until 3 p.m. Okay, now here's a new warning that just popped up for Carson and Gray County until 3:45 p.m. It's a severe thunderstorm warning, no tornado warning at this time. But this is the same storm that was previously tornado warned, still tracking towards the south and southwest towards I-40. So if you are in Groom, just east of Conway, you need to be indoors away from windows. The storm has a history of producing some very large hail and damaging wind gusts. Looks like now we're starting to see a decrease in the hail coverage within this storm, so good news there, but it's still tracking to the south and southwest. And just with the history of the storm that we've been seeing over the last couple of hours, just good idea just to stay indoors away from those windows until the storm passes, just to play it safe. But taking a look at the whole area, starting to see a lot of coverage in severe thunderstorms now, rather, as outflow boundaries that are being pushed out from thunderstorms are kind of clashing now, so we're seeing convergence of thunderstorms. So north of Dumas, I was seeing reports that some wind gusts up to 50 to 55 miles per hour will be possible, maybe some smaller hail. Storm's not looking too impressive now. Just north of Amarillo on the north side of the city, starting to see a heavy thunderstorm developing now on an outflow boundary. Some stronger wind gusts will be possible, maybe some smaller hail. The main hail threat will be east, near just south of Pampa with that supercell there. And some thunderstorms just near Vega, not severe warned or anything like that. Just the general idea is that we're starting to see a lot of thunderstorms developing along these outflow boundaries. But the main storm that has been the storm of the day is a storm that's just south of Pampa now in Carson and Gray counties, tracking to the south and southwest at about, at 15 miles per hour. So not moving very fast either. So another concern that we have is flash flooding. So if you're in Carson and eastern Carson County and western Gray County, you need to be on the lookout for flooded roadways. I would advise just staying off the roadways if you can, because this storm is producing 2 to 3 inch per hour rainfall rates. And with it moving at 15 miles per hour, it's just dumping a tremendous amount of rain in a little amount of time in the same area. So flooded roadways are likely happening right now. Saw many reports of flooded streets in Pampa. Haven't seen any reports of cars stranded or anything like that, but we are seeing lots of running water on roadways, so we need to be cautious of that as well, because flooding is the #1 killer with severe weather. So again, the storm is tracking towards the south and southwest, eventually making its way towards Groom. Prepare for 60 to 70 mile per hour winds and some large hail. So getting some question thing. Is it going to hit Amarillo and Canyon? The storm is going to skirt past by. It's mainly taking a more southerly track. I think here in Amarillo will be good from this storm. But we are watching activity just north of the city that's going to start building south, where we will start getting some heavier rainfall and maybe some stronger wind gusts. How long? 25 seconds out. Okay, so we're getting ready to do a live TV cut-in as well, so I'm going to start this over. So everybody watching on Facebook, thank you so much. Also answer a few questions here in a moment, but we're getting ready for this TV cut-in. So we're going to stream both, of course, right here. Still seeing a little bit of broad rotation on this, so a little worrisome. Okay, it's still being worn. Okay, so just one moment, everybody. We're getting ready to do a live TV cut-in, just so we can get everybody the same information. Okay, so they're all popping up. Lots of storms. Earlier this morning, it looked like maybe the thunderstorm coverage was going to back off a bit, but looks like it's definitely picking up in intensity and seeing widespread thunderstorms.
Be ready in the next 2 minutes. We won't have to cut off Dr. Phil.
Just keep going. I can keep going for a couple minutes, yeah. That's no worries. Okay, so looks like we're going to hold off for a couple minutes. So this is the overall storm prediction outlook for today, the severe weather outlook. Only a marginal threat, and we've already had a tornado warning. We've had some pretty strong storms today. But again, it's the panhandle, so stuff like this can quickly change where we see some intense storms. So looking at current super Doppler radar, this is the overall image of what we're looking at. Storms are nearing I-40 now. The heaviest storms are close to I-40 now. The storm that has been packing a punch the last several hours has been this storm that went through Pampa. There was a flash flood warning for parts of Roberts, Carson, and Gray County until 5 p.m. That may be extended because the storm is moving so slowly. And again, it's dumping that torrential rainfall in a very short amount of time. I was seeing reports of 2 to 3 inch per hour rainfall rates. Seeing lots of reports of flooded roadways near the Pampa area, but this activity is just going to slowly move to the south. So if you're in Groom, areas along I-40, start preparing for flooded roadways now because the storm is just producing so much heavy rain. And also the strong wind gusts. Looks like the rotation isn't terribly as strong as what we were seeing a little bit ago. I'm going to switch radars here. Let's get this one up. Yeah, so we started losing a little bit of our hook appendage that was redeveloping a little bit with this storm. And let's see, it looks like okay, this is just talking about the severe warning. So good news is I haven't really seen any new updates coming out with thunderstorm damage or anything like that. But we did see reports of ping pong ball size hail. And this hail core, we can zoom in here just north of FM 293. This is a pretty hefty hail core just west of Highway 70. Could be producing that ping pong ball size hail or maybe even up to baseball size hail. So we could be dealing with wind-driven hail with this along with the very torrential rainfall. So be on the lookout for that and just please get indoors, away from windows, in the centermost room of your home if you can. Just east of White Deer. White Deer, you're officially in the warning, but the heaviest part and most destructive part of the storm is east of your location. If you're in Groom and on areas of I-40, the storm is going to be tracking towards your location as it is moving to the south-southwest, but very slowly at 15 miles per hour. And the latest scan of velocity that I'm looking outside the screen is showing weakening trend rotation-wise. So good news there, and I think what's happening is we are seeing cool air begin dominating the storm as more thunderstorms are developing ahead of that. So we're having more trouble getting inflow, feeding into that storm to cause some spin and rotation. So that's good news there. But again, the hail threat with the storm is high, and the wind damage potential is there for 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. But also continuing to watch the storms north of the city now that we're seeing fire up just north of Amarillo. Along Highway 87 tracking to the south. This is activities pushing to the south at 15 miles per hour also, so not moving very fast. So even here in the city, even if we don't end up with a severe warning in the next 30 minutes to an hour, we still be dealing with some very heavy rainfall that could lead to some flooding. So everybody needs to be on the lookout for that.
What about Dumas?
Dumas, let's see. Dumas, you are getting ready to see a thunderstorm move into your area. It's moving very slow, so all these thunderstorms are just tracking very slowly. So we're seeing a storm sitting in the same location for a long period of time. So Dumas, you will eventually see this thunderstorm moving in the next 20 to 40 minutes. And with this, you can see a few gusty winds, maybe up to 45, 50 miles per hour and some small hail. But the main activity is to the south and southeast of the city. But we're watching new development now along the Oklahoma-Texas line in the Panhandle and also across eastern New Mexico. We're watching some new thunderstorms begin to develop. The overall severe weather threat there is low. The main activity will be entering I-40, and it's just all with the same storm that we've been tracking the last couple of hours with this storm, but not seeing any well-defined rotation like what we had been a few moments ago. And honestly, it's not looking too bad. Let's see, weather 7 back up. So switching gears here back to Doppler radar. So just a general outlook, the thunderstorms throughout the area. And I can break it down further for you of what we're expecting these to do over the next several hours. So by 4 p.m., going to continue watching these thunderstorms impact the region. And by 7 p.m., they're going to continue pushing south. Most of the severe activity will be south of I-40 by then, but could see some more redevelopment to the north. What we're seeing now, we're seeing thunderstorms develop behind that boundary rather, than what we're currently seeing that's entering I-40. That's the main area of interest for severe weather. The stuff to the north of that, that's just going to be heavy thunderstorms, torrential rainfall, maybe some gusty winds. But you can see by 10 p.m. on this model, most thunderstorm activity will be dying down and will begin to clear out overnight tonight before more thunderstorm chances will be possible tomorrow. But again, just taking you back through this severe thunderstorm warning goes in effect until 3:45 for Carson and Gray County, 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts possible. And the hail threat looks to be diminishing with this storm, not really seeing larger hail like we were a few scans ago, so good news there. But still, if you're in Groom or along I-40, you know somebody traveling on I-40 between Groom and just east of Groom, go ahead and have them find a safe location to pull off until this storm passes. But I'm thinking we're pretty much, I don't think we should do a cut-in for on air. I think it's pretty good for this. But yeah, we're going to start wrapping this up. Just going to continue watching these storms. If you're in Amarillo, again, don't be surprised. We do have a heavy thunderstorm getting ready to move in, and they are producing a lot of rainfall in a short amount of time. So we could start to see some flooding here in the city limits. So be on the lookout for that as you're getting out and about, because I know rush hour is getting ready to kick in, and the storm will be moving south towards the city around the time a lot of people are leaving work. So please be mindful of that and watch out and be safe. And we're going to send you back now, and we'll have updates should we need to, should we have more severe warnings pop up. So stay tuned.